day! What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 5 of Dreamcasting. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing good. I'm here with the wonderful, the magnificent, the superb Ben. How you doing, Ben?
How y'all doing?
See, we got Michael is in the chat. What's up, Yee? Big Yee. We are also here with the magnificent, the boisterous, the absolutely life-changing Ethan. How are we doing, Ethan?
Oh, hello. Hello.
The succulent. There we go. Awesome.
I am succulent.
Well, guys, welcome to episode 5 of Dreamcasting. This week is kind of a special episode because we are covering one of my favorite gaming franchises, God of War. And Ben really likes it too. Ethan, you're not. No. Ethan, you like God of War, but you're not caught up.
I like God of War, but I'm not caught up. I haven't
Gotcha.
played this one.
Okay, cool. And Ben, what's your thoughts on it?
You know, I kind of grew up with the God of War series. I mean, I played 1 and 2 on the PS2 back in the day, and then caught up with the franchise as it went on. And I've always enjoyed God of War a lot. And this week's episode, we're doing the reboot of sorts, reboot / sequel. I mean, it's it's still kind of a sequel, but some backstory if you don't know about the God of War series. God of War, the original trilogy, was about pretty much like Kratos, the character, the main protagonist, becoming the God of War.
Yes.
And it was, is it Greece?
It's Greek mythology.
Yeah,
He's
it's Greek mythology. Yeah, and then it's what they did with the reboot is they kept the same character who becomes the God of War in that universe, and they bring him over into Norse mythology.
Yeah, they transfer. Really cool. So basically, the basic story of God of War is Kratos murdered his family to become the God of War. Ares
on accident.
He was betrayed.
He was betrayed by Ares, and he is cloaked in the ashes of his wife and daughter, I believe.
Misery.
Yeah. And he's bound to a life of servitude and basically fights against the gods, fights his way up. But we are specifically going to be talking about God of War 4, and the reason that is because Kratos is actually a character in God of War 4. And
that's why I really liked God of War 4.
Yes, it's my favorite.
We'll call it God of War 4.
Someone, I believe Michael said no spoilers for God of War. We're going to try and keep it as spoiler-free as possible. If
you have not played the game, play it.
Yeah, if you haven't played it, it's one of the best on the PlayStation 4. It's amazing.
Absolutely. It's one of the best of the past.
It's up there with Last of Us 2 and Bloodborne and all those other kind of Sony exclusives. It's absolutely fantastic. I've heard recently too, a lot of people have said that it's their favorite game of all time, which I understand that argument. The other thing too, it won Game of the Year for 2018, and it's pretty much winning Best Picture in the game industries. So. Or close enough to it. It's absolutely incredible.
There's no Academy yet.
Exactly.
For the Oscars. The closest thing you'll get to the Oscars equivalent now is the Game Awards.
Right.
VGAs.
To God of War.
So Jackie said, "Dad of boy." Yes, we will get into the boyisms. So that's a little bit about Dreamcast, God of War. So if you haven't watched Dreamcasting before, how the show works is we spin a wheel at the end of the show every week. And the wheel has your favorite video game franchises, movie franchises, and comic book franchises. And when we spin the wheel, I can't talk. When we spin the wheel, it lands on whatever we do for the next week. So last week during our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode, we got God of War. So we're going to do God of War this week, and then we'll spin again at the end of the show. It's just kind of how we keep the formula, and we keep it interesting. So we have a mainline topic to talk about during each show. Someone said the VGAs with Jeff. Yes. Plus they got TLC from Stargate 1 to voice him in this one. Yes. So Christopher Judge is the voice of Kratos, which he is.
We both agreed we wouldn't pick him because that would be unfair.
So speaking of our picks,
we would have totally cast him as Kratos.
Right. So speaking of our picks, we're going to get into the rules here and how we do this. So rule number 1, the pick must be living. It's basically, you can't pick anyone dead. So no John Waynes, no Marlon Brandos, nothing like that. Number 2, if the franchise is already a movie series, you cannot use any of the current actors in that series. So last week we used, for our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode, we used Megan Fox because she plays April O'Neil, so we couldn't use her. And rule number 3, we're not pitching the movie, just the actors play the character. We do get into like what we're envisioning for the movie, but we're not pitching plot points, directors, composers, or anything like that. We are strictly pitching the characters to play, or the actors to play the characters. So, but yeah, that's God of War, man. I'm really excited to do this because for years it feels like, especially now, because Sony's really ramping up their production side with like the Last of Us TV show, and there's been rumors of a God of War movie for since what,
for
God of War 3. Like it's.
And we kind of went with this one because we think it's a little more adaptable.
It's also the most film-like because
it's the most film-like.
The way the game is made, because it's made in that one shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the most mature out of all the stories. I mean, the first 3 are great, but at the end of the day,
it's just Kratos yelling and killing gods.
Kratos is a super angry dude who just wants to kill all the gods.
Right.
And then this one is a much more personal
about being
story
a parent.
about him and his son on a journey to bury his mother's ashes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more mature. 2, it turns Kratos into an actual character,
right,
with depth and emotion and everything. So we just thought it would be the best to do this one.
Yeah. So just for reference, we've had some pretty wild last couple episodes with the Inspector Gadget and the Ninja Turtles one. This one's going to be kind of a mix. We're still going to have fun and we're still going to joke around and stuff, but this one's probably going to be more akin to our Last of Us video that we did, where we're really trying to pick what we think would be the best here to capture. We always are, but this one's going to be a little bit more in depth in terms of talking about.
We're more emotionally attached.
Yeah, I love Papa Kratos. Like, he's the best. Okay, so for those of you, I think we've caught up on what God of War is, but just so you can get a flavor of what the game is like, I'm going to show you the story trailer so you can kind of get what we're talking about. So we're going to switch over to that.
Oh, there do I see my mother. Oh, there do I see my father. Oh, there do they call to me. Oh, there do they call to me. Oh, there do they call to me.
That bow's a little big for you, isn't it?
My mother made it for me. Said I'd grow into it.
Find your way home. You are free.
We're taking our ashes to the highest peak in the realms.
Ashes?
It was our last wish.
Where must we go?
To a realm beyond your own.
There's only one person who can get you where you need to go. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive. First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
That axe you got. You gotta handle her special.
I know you're a god. Not of this realm, but there's no mistaking it. He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature? Or his own?
The longer you wait, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
You're next! I'll rip your head off!
There are consequences to killing a god!
Why? How do you know? How do you know?
Power of this weapon, any weapon, comes from here. But only when tempered by this. By discipline. The self-control of the one who wields it. Open the door! We need your help!
This is no ordinary illness. The boy's true nature, your true nature, fights within him.
So I'm a man now. Like you?
No. We are not men. We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater.
Can you kill something that big?
So yeah, so that's God of War. That's God of War, and man, that gets me hyped to play the game.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I'll say it once. I've said it once already, but I'll say it again. If you have not played this game, you should. It's an experience.
Yeah,
so.
It's so interesting because like everyone's talked about like over the last generation how video games are getting close to a cinema quality, right?
Oh
and,
yeah,
and
no,
like
yeah,
that started like Last of Us is kind of took that step, and then God of War to me, like man, just the way they implement
it's probably the next step.
Yeah, the way they implement filmmaking techniques into the design of the game is absolutely just awesome.
Oh,
so
all the performances are incredible in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
okay. So we're gonna bless you. Yeah, sorry, whoever sneezed. Bless you. Okay, so with that, Benny, you ready to start casting the God of War movie?
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're gonna start with Kratos.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll let you start.
Okay, I see you picked Digimon Husini.
Yeah, Digimon Hansu.
Hansu.
Yes, Hansu.
Digimon Hansu. I forgot his last name.
Yeah.
Okay. I picked Idris Elba for Kratos. Idris Elba has been in the industry for a while.
Yep.
He's played some genre roles, like Heimdall and Thor Ragnarok. He was the bad guy in the Star Trek Beyond.
Yep.
But I think that not only Idris Elba can do the whole thing with Kratos, he has the brutality for it. He's shown that many times in his work. I mean, dating back to The Wire, he's great in that. He's scary in that.
Yeah.
But also, up to newer movies like Beasts of No Nation,
Mm-hmm.
or even Star Trek Beyond. He has the brutality for it, because Kratos, he's a good character. He's a good guy.
He is flawed though.
But he's extremely flawed and an extremely brutal character.
Yes.
I think Idris totally has that.
Yes.
Now, since we're doing the fourth game, I also think that he easily can nail all the emotional stuff, that Kratos does, and all the emotional moments. Again, I'm not going to go into spoilers or anything.
It's an emotional game. Like
it's definitely an emotional game, and the performance in the game is very subtle with his emotions. He doesn't. It's little ticks here and there, and that's a praise for the game too.
Right.
That they're able to do that with video games now.
Right.
But I really think that Idris Elba can nail those subtle ticks of emotion, because Kratos, the only emotion he absolutely expresses a lot is rage and anger. So to have those little moments, those little ticks,
right.
I think Idris can really nail that. Also, I think the guy looks the part enough.
Yeah,
like
he is jacked.
He's jacked. Yeah, I mean, one of his most recent movie, Hobbs and Shaw, he was jacked in that.
Yeah.
You can't say the dude's not in shape.
Mm-hmm.
He can do the action scenes, of course. Him growing out a big beard,
yeah,
like Kratos. Just imagine him being gray. I think I totally see it. So.
Yeah. Okay, so Super Buckley said either one would be great. And here's my thing. Okay, I love Idris. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I went back and forth between Idris and Digimon. And I went with Digimon Hansu because a couple of reasons. All right. First, this dude is also jacked. Like he's gotten swole. He's huge when he works out. He is also an actor that in every performance that he gives, be it dramatic, and I'm really going to lean into the dramatic role with Digimon, because Kratos in God of War 4 is a very layered and reserved dramatic kind of performance that eventually boils over into Kratos having to show his emotion, with his son Atreus, who we'll get into. And I picked Digimon because of his performances in movies like Amistad and specifically Blood Diamond. Okay?
Yeah.
And I have seen him...
Not Guardians of the Galaxy, bro?
Well, that was my next point, too. So, in Guardians, he does the action. And he's been in a bunch of other character roles, like Gladiator, exactly, which is what I was about to bring up. Where he does the action and he can do the brutality, and that's not a problem with Digimon. But I specifically think of the Kratos and Atreus relationship, and they're constantly at heads with each other, because the thing is with Atreus, he's an angsty kid kind of who's trying to figure out his place in the world because his dad's fucking Kratos. But like with I imagine Digimon giving a performance akin to Blood Diamond, where he's trying to really get through to his son. And you know what I mean? And he's trying to like plead with him, and he's trying to, because his dad is pretty reserved in the beginning of that movie, and then it escalates as like he's trying to find his son in that movie. And I just think Digimon would really capture a unique kind of reserved but also like emotionally tormented performance that Idris is a great actor. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you he's whatever. Like he's phenomenal. Both of these guys would kill it as Kratos. It depends on how you're gonna take it. Are you gonna lean more into the dramatic role, or are you gonna lean more into kind of not even modernizing it, but I just think that Digimon would really bring something cool to those dramatic beats that Idris could do, but for some reason I think Digimon would really capture kind of that dramatic flow a little bit better than Idris, and because I've seen him do it, and I know Idris has played Nelson Mandela, and he's done a lot of stuff that is really heavy reality based. But I think of that scene where in Blood Diamond, where Digimon's just pleading to his son when his son's about to gun down some people. And if you haven't seen Blood Diamond, by the way, it's a fantastic movie. It's absolutely incredible.
That's good.
Yeah. And I just think he would kill it, man. I really do. And also, fun fact, I looked this up when I was researching who my picks were going to be. Digimon Hansu is actually the original game's creator picked to play Kratos. He said if there was ever an actor to capture the complexity of Kratos, it would be Digimon Hansu. And I thought of that, and I was like, man, that's a good point, though, because of his film history and what he's done. And I just think he'd be great. So...
Okay. I think it's fair to bring up Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond's a great movie, and he does have that kind of tormented father-son relationship in that movie. However, I think if you're going to use that example, his performance, his great performance in the movie, but I don't really see Kratos with that movie, if you're going to bring up that, because in that one he's super distressed. He's always like he doesn't think rationally at all, like mostly. I mean, sometimes he does, but like a lot of it's just like, I need to go get my son, and he's frantic and crazy in that movie just trying to find his son.
That's
not really Kratos is at all. Kratos is always cool, calm, and collective. He's
Right.
always about like thinking and planning. And Digimon Hansu doesn't really give that performance in that movie. I'm not saying he can't give that.
Well, he kind of does that too in Amistad as well, because he's great in Amistad too. I was using Blood Diamond specifically because there is that chemistry with the father-son dynamic. I'm not arguing that character as Kratos. I'm saying like I've seen what he can do in a father-son relationship, and I would love to see that kind of complexity. And I'm not specifically talking about his character in the whole movie. I'm talking specifically those scenes with his son where he's pleading and he's like, please, like, I'm trying to get you to understand me. And I think Digimon would really bring something cool with that. And dude, that's the other thing though. Like Idris, man,
I think
it's
this is
split for me.
That's going to come down to the little things. So I think I'm going to just focus on the little things. Idris Scott has 10 years on Digimon.
Yeah.
I think that might come into play if and thinking in terms of like the action. Digimon, he's still like incredibly fit for his age and everything, but the mileage takes toll. And I can't see him being as physical in the role as Idris.
I could. He's still doing Guardians and the Avengers stuff.
He died in the Guardians.
Well,
that was 6 years ago.
That's okay. But James said the pure rage he is able to show is something we haven't seen from Idris. I haven't seen The Wire yet, so
you get like hints of it here and there. I mean, he was extremely. You might not remember in Star Trek because he was all make-upped up. Yeah. You don't really think of Idris when you think of it because he was this alien in that movie, but he was extremely like rageful and angry in that movie.
Yeah.
He also has this subtle anger too. Heimdall when he played Heimdall shows that a lot. For sure. Also in Beast of No Nation, he's terrifying in that. Pacific Rim, he has the authority.
Well, he says we're canceling the apocalypse.
I mean, hey,
no, it's a badass line, dude. I'm not like
it's you can call that movie cheesy all you want.
It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Idris is awesome in it.
Yeah,
and I think Idris has proven all these. So is Digimon, but I think Idris has proven all of these layers to Kratos's characters pretty well in his movies, and I don't think he would give as an over-the-top performance as Digimon, because I've seen Digimon's a great performer, but I've seen him give a lot of like over-the-top performances.
That's fair too.
And I don't really want that.
Ethan, what do you think?
Because I think they're both fine.
Thanks, Ethan. Ethan, do you want to throw out the straw poll?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Ethan's going to throw out the straw poll because it seems like we can't make a decision on this, so I would like the chat to see.
I'm fine with both of them.
Yeah.
I think they're both great actors. I think they both can nail the role. And again, with this one, it comes down to the little things.
Yeah.
I just think if we're going to be realistic about it, I think Idris just has 10 years on him. I think that might
that's fair.
Help out.
My own muse said I'd be excited to see it though. I think she said that.
Yeah, I would be excited to see both of these.
Yeah,
guys. I think both of these guys are awesome.
I think
both of these guys have proven themselves in and out of genre.
Yeah,
films,
if the news report came out that said, "Hey, Digimon Hansu or Idris Elba is going to play Kratos," I'd be like, "Okay, that's great."
Yeah, I think they've both proven themselves over the years, and they're both great genre actors.
For sure.
So.
Yeah. Ethan, where are we at on that straw poll, buddy?
4 votes in favor of Digimon Hansu.
Oh, really?
Out
of
6 total.
Okay.
7 now. Now it's 5-2.
Okay, cool. So we'll just go ahead and call that one.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. I mean, he was honestly one I was thinking of too.
Really?
Yeah, he was right there for me. I had to think long and hard about it.
I love Beast of No Nation. What a good movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm making the losers
because again,
by Idris.
Yeah, I really do think they both can nail it.
Yeah, dude, and that's would have gone with Vinny D. Oh no, Vin Diesel. Okay, so that was the thing.
God of War 1.
So here, I'm gonna just full disclosure to the chat. Like, I really struggled with Kratos because there's so many ways you can take him. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And like, because like originally I had Jason Momoa, and then I was like, I don't want to see that with him. Like I was all over the.
Oh my gosh, I actually had Jason Momoa.
Did you?
Initially.
I even had
And I was
Hugh
like,
Jackman at one point. I was like,
and
man,
I'm
like
no.
I was like, Hugh Jackman would be interesting. Like,
Mhm.
but then I was like, because I was thinking if you did like a mix of Wolverine and Prisoners, that'd be a cool argument. But like, I feel like it would just be a. Like,
I think with Hugh Jackman, he has too much baggage.
Exactly. I would just see Wolverine or
Wolverine,
yeah. And then I was also there was another guy. So the reason I say that is because with the Vin Diesel thing, I was looking at Photoshop images because I just couldn't decide who would have a better look, and there was a Photoshop of Vin Diesel as Kratos, and it was the worst thing I'd ever seen. And it was like it looked like it was made on like Microsoft Paint. It was just so bad. Vin Diesel would have been perfect because family. Man, that's a cheap shot. Should have watched last week when we talked about Fantastic Furious or Fast and Furious, not Fantastic Furious. Oh God. Okay, so next we're gonna do Atreus, aka Boy. Because that's what Kratos calls him. Okay, so I'll start this one, Ben.
Okay, you picked the room, boy.
I picked Jacob Tremblay. Kratos takes a quarter life a mile at a time. Yeah. Okay. More like he's in a dead heat. So I picked Jacob Tremblay, and this is how he looks today. In 20, I literally Googled Jacob Tremblay 2020 because everyone just sees him as a young that young kid from Room. But I picked him because Room, and the dude's an amazing child actor. He's also been in some other stuff that's supposed to be really good. But specifically in Room, he plays a kid who is confused and angsty and just upset with the world. And Atreus is that. And I think like he's one of the best young child actors working right now. I mean, did he get nominated for Room?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
got nominated for Best Supporting.
Yeah, he got nominated at
Jacob Tremblay.
Yeah, he's like what, 9? Like, and now he's older.
At the time, yeah, I think
Yeah,
he was like
he was
9.
yeah. I think he if he wasn't the youngest person nominated for an Oscar, he was close.
Maybe youngest male.
Yeah.
I think.
So
I know a few years prior
Yeah.
there was the Beast of No Nations movie, and
yeah.
the little girl in that got nominated. When
Right.
she was like 6 or something.
Yeah.
Like-
So the other reason I picked Jacob Tremblay is because Atreus also he cracks some like childish jokes every now and then too. He was in that Seth Rogen comedy movie. The kid has experience for being so young, and I think that him paired with Digimon Hansu would be a really interesting dynamic. I think that they would both be able to carry those dramatic scenes really well, and I think that they would play off of each other in a really dramatic and loving but reserved father-son kind of way. So,
I went with Asher Angel.
it's the kid from Shazam, right?
Yeah, it's the kid
Yeah.
from Shazam. And that's the main reason I picked it. I guess we kind of went in similar directions. But you know, his performance in Shazam was pretty standout to me.
Really?
He wasn't annoying, which is great for child actors because it's
Yeah,
a real
that's-
coin flip.
Look,
with a lot
I'm
of
the
child
first one to
actors.
tell you if I can't stand a child actor, I'm like, that kid's annoying me.
Yeah, he was great in Shazam and played a really like snarky, kind of like your pick. He's confused with the world. He doesn't know his place, and extraordinary circumstances enter his life, and he's Shazam.
It became
But,
Shazam. I actually haven't. So I own it. I just haven't watched it yet.
you should.
I
It's
know.
so-
It's
it's such a fun
for
movie,
such
and
a
he gives
superhero movie.
he
guy.
gives like Digimon who's oh my gosh, who's how do you say his last name again?
Digimon Hansu.
Digimon Hansu.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, because he plays the original Shazam in that movie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Digimon Hansu's in that movie.
Oh shit,
but-
I lost.
No, but I think my pick's like slightly older, but I think that wouldn't really matter too much. I think
You can always with kids you can age up or down. It's
you can age up or down with
yeah.
him. So
as long as he's
the
not
biggest-
25, like
He's not. He's 17.
not a 25-year-old
he-
Peter Parker. Like
He's still a kid.
okay,
So you got the kid aspect. But yeah, again, since Atreus is a very confused kid who he just wants appreciation and attention from his father. He wants to make his father proud. And a big thing in the Shazam movie is him trying to find his mother.
Okay.
And trying to find his place with the family.
Yeah.
I think you already got that acting angle with Asher Angel, but since with Shazam, I mean, he has experience with genre action movie, type deal.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know really Jacob Tremblay having done very many like genre action. I'm not.
Yeah, but you can teach that. I mean, that's
you can teach that. He's still coming up.
Yeah.
I guess if we'll get into it. With Jacob Tremblay,
it's Tremblay.
Tremblay. I've always said Tremblay. I'm
just
sorry.
Kidding. I don't care.
But with Jacob Tremblay, I think the kid's a good actor, but it could. I mean, I'm gonna feel bad for saying that actually, because I was gonna say it might teeter into annoying territory, maybe. But I don't.
I get what you're saying.
I can't.
You don't want to
shut. It's hard to tell.
It's hard to remove him from his own status, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's hard to remove from his own status.
I get
because that. The kid was great in Room and great in that role, and he's a great, but I just don't see. I don't see the physical aspect of it with this kid or the voice. Maybe because maybe he hasn't gone through puberty yet or something. Like, he has a very high pitched voice.
Yeah. And he does kind of whisper talk a little bit. No, I get you.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and throw this one to the straw poll, because I feel like it's interesting because you and I are in the same thought process. We're in the same vein with everything so far, right? But we're just picking different ways to go about it.
Because with Atreus, like he's still like a kid, and he's still kind of high pitched voice.
Yeah.
So,
he's edgy.
But
he's edgy, a little edgelord.
Edgy is a good way to put it.
Okay, well, if you are enjoying the stream, thank you for watching so far. We really appreciate it. We're just getting started here. We got some characters to go through. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got some Norse gods to cast. So if you are enjoying the show, make sure to give the channel a follow. We are only 6 away from affiliate status, which is really exciting because it's just gonna help us blossom. It's gonna help us grow. So make sure you are following the channel. Also, you get notified when we go live, and we do the show every Wednesday at 7, so that's kind of useful. But yeah, Ethan, what's the results on that?
It's looking to be in Ben's favor, 5-1.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
With Jacob Tremblay.
Tremblay Jacob.
Appreciate the follow. Thank you.
He's, it's not a bad choice. It really wasn't. I think it's a good choice.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. Completely was my burner choice. I was not invested in him at all. I was like, he'll be fine. Like, I was just like, because
he was pretty hard to cast.
Yeah, because it's a kid actor, and there's only a handful of those, and it's like, do I pick the Stranger Things kids again? Nah. Do I pick the It kids again? Nah. It's like I wanted Atreus. I think your pick's better.
with kid actors, it's definitely harder.
Yeah,
at least for people like us, because. There's so many kid actors out there, and so many get the limelight,
and so many get the limelight and suck.
Yeah, like that too. It's tough, because there's a lot of bad kid actors out there that haven't really learned to act yet,
and it's not even that they're bad. It's that no one knows how to work with them. If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is just the assumption that we have the best director possible for this.
For sure.
So
probably would be Cory Barlog, the director of the game. I'm just kidding, to make the movie. I'm just kidding. Ethan, what are your thoughts?
Well, as a teacher, I think children should be involved in less things.
So what? You want us to cast a 70-year-old man as Atreus?
Yeah, I'd like to see an adult Atreus.
Okay. Which adult Atreus? Who would you pick to play an adult Atreus, Ethan?
Anthony Hopkins.
He's
Yeah,
like
Michael
90. Michael
Michael
Cera.
Michael Cera.
he's childlike enough.
Dude has like a weird ass mustache now. Like what?
Yeah, it'd be great. It's like just struck puberty. Atreus is what he could play.
Oh man. Okay.
You know?
Well, we're gonna move on to the main villain of the game.
So I think that'd be good. In fact, take the whole cast and just make them all Michael Cera.
Gotcha. Oh, you picked my pick last week.
Yeah.
You picked Boyd Holbrook again?
Yeah. Well, I didn't pick. I
meant like you picked him. That's his second time showing up in the show.
Oh yeah.
No,
But I think he's a great choice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I have Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. Yes,
So
you do.
here's why I picked Michael
Did you
Fassbender.
have to pick the image of him biting his lip like that?
That was the only one I could find that wasn't.
That's not even true. I used a
No,
different
the
one.
one that you used last week, I couldn't find the right size of it. So
Why
I
did you just ask me for it?
because I didn't want to bother you. I was trying to be helpful.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sexy looks, boy. Hey
So, yeah,
man,
we should
look.
pick him because he's biting his lip.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm enticed.
So here's
I'll say
why
it.
I picked Boulder, or Michael Fassbender for Boulder. I didn't pick Boulder.
Okay. Boulder is the main villain of the game.
Yes.
He's also
Has one of the coolest boss fights ever.
Yeah. He's
got some sick tattoos.
he's also kind of a god, you know. So
He's
Isn't he
scrawny.
a demigod?
He is a
he's a
demigod.
demigod.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, basically he's the main antagonist of the game. He's trying to like.
Oh, he's
destroy
not
Atreus
even
all
a
the time.
demigod. He's a god of light, joy, purity, and summer sun.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah, I
he's
thought
the
he was a god.
son. He's the son of Odin and
Yeah.
Frigg.
Exactly.
So-
He's, I think, Thor's his brother. We could go into Norse mythology if we want. Eileen said beard game, weird lip biting guy.
I didn't realize that he was Thor's brother. Okay,
Yeah.
well, obviously. Okay, so he is a
son
Thor's
of
brother,
Odin.
yeah.
Yeah. One of Thor's 15 brothers. So I picked Michael Fassbender because, like, come on. The dude is fantastic, okay? And I think he would bring a really cool edge to Baldur. The thing with Baldur is he's the way he's written is almost lyrical, where he kind of speaks in like rhymes a little bit, but like it's very, you have to like decipher a little bit what he's saying. But he's also very kind of like softly intimidating, and he's also this like really broken up kind of like son to who we'll get into later. But I think Fassbender has more than
You
proved.
about to cry?
No, I'm sorry, choked up. No, I think Fassbender has more than proved the dude can act. Okay,
Well, yeah, just,
He's an actor. It's true.
12 Years a Slave, shame. Like, there's so many things Fassbender's done. Inglourious Bastards. I think he would bring such a grit and such a cool interpretation of Baldur. I think not only that, I think his body would, because he's kind of like skinny ripped, which is what Baldur is. And I see Fassbender with that beard and that hair, covered in those tattoos, spitting out amazing monologues with some dope ass, sinister, kind of Irish Norse accent. I think this is right in his wheelhouse. I think he would kill it.
okay. I went with Boyd Holbrook. He's not just the sexy bite lippy guy.
But he could be, and that's
he
fine.
could be. He could be, and that's fine. But he, if you don't know, he was the villain in Logan. He was also, if you saw it, he was the main guy in the Predator movie.
Someone
the
someone
most
said
recent
Conor
one.
McGregor for this role.
Oh yeah, he's in Gone Girl.
Ooh.
Also,
Gone Girl.
Walk Among the Tombstones. I mentioned that last week, but again, a really underrated movie, and he gives a great performance in it. But since it's in my mind, and you talked about build, I think Boyd Holbrook definitely has the lankier but muscular build for it. I don't. With Fassbender, I don't think he has. I shouldn't go into counterpoints, but I think just Boyd Holbrook has the lankier set for it. Now with Baldur, he's kind of, yeah, Michael Fassbender, man. God.
I know. I know. It's like,
okay, so
Boyd Holbrook's cool, but like, dude.
Boyd Holbrook is a great actor, and I think he could really nail the role. He can grow his beard out, all that jazz. So with Balder, he's kind of, well, first off, he's definitely an asshole.
Yeah, and so
and Boyd Holbrook has definitely been an asshole in his movies. He's kind of typecast as that now. Honestly,
you're making my argument from last week.
The easily disliked character. Balder's a very dislikable character. You instantly just don't like him.
What?
So no. Like, and with Fassbender coming in, I think he's too likable. You know,
I keep thinking you're saying Fassbender.
Fassbender.
Like, who's Fassbender?
No, Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Did you just say you think Fassbender's too likable?
Yeah,
so
I think
for
he's
that
too
reason,
likable.
Did you like him in 12 Years a Slave?
That's not what I mean.
Oh my god!
I'm not trying to get him to say anything. I'm saying, like, the dude has a history of, like, shame. He's a piece of shit in Shame. Okay?
Yeah,
he's a piece of shit in 12 Years a Slave. You can hate Michael Fassbender. Okay? But Balder's also enticing. So you can have it both ways.
Enticing.
It's like you can hate him, but at the same time you're like, man, he's interesting. I wonder what his deal is. Okay.
See, I think Balder's interesting, but he wasn't like the deepest. I think like his depth comes through the people around him.
Exactly.
But and I don't know. I think Michael Fassbender, like, he can nail the role. But
I see you struggling so hard. All right, so should we throw it to the straw, or should we just pick Fassbender?
God. Just pick Fassbender. God.
Ethan, what do you want to do?
I think we can just pick Fassbender.
We can just pick Fassbender. Okay.
I've seen Ben struggle like in his eyes a lot here. So it's like the pain was too much for him.
So long,
sexy lip bite boy.
Lip bite boy. Yeah.
Better luck next time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mainly went with the look for it. I think Holbrook he's honestly an underrated actor. I think he plays, like, kind of jerk offs really well, and that's kind of what I was going with it. But
no, I get you.
The thespian Michael Fassbender,
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool. Well, here, just give me 1 second. I accidentally messed up one of the things. Give me 1 sec, guys.
You messed up the picture?
No, I deleted one of the names accidentally.
Caleb, how many of these lists? How many of your picks did you have to change?
What? No, I didn't change any other than Digimon.
Hey, yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh no, you didn't. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. I was looking at the. Never mind.
No, the integrity of the show still stands.
Yeah, I was looking at something different. It looked like you would change like 3 of your picks to be counter to Ben's. I was like, wait a minute.
I didn't.
But I was just looking at.
I did not. Chat, I appreciate your patience. Thank you. I'm sorry that you had to see that. I'm sorry I had to switch stuff up. My bad. Okay. So chat was really going off during there. Let's see if they had anything to say.
They were talking about they want the myth talk. They want apology accepted. Nice, good.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. These things happen when you're doing it live, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so we got Freya.
Freya. Okay.
Freya. Yes, okay. We both went 2 similar ways. It is Marissa Tomei. Don't make that face. That lady is acting royalty. Like, what do you?
I love her.
She's
whatever.
Okay, make your point.
Okay, I picked Marissa Tomei because it's fucking Marissa Tomei, dude. She looks the part. She's a fantastic actress. Okay, she's got theater experience. She's got film experience. I think she might have some TV experience, but like, it's Marissa Tomei. Yeah, like, dude. Okay, and I picked her for the role I'm going to be referencing the most is the wrestler. Because Freya is a very complicated and conflicted character.
You're complicated.
It's Peter Parker's aunt. Yes, it is Peter Parker's aunt. So I picked her because Freya is very complicated. Freya is also very devious. She's also helpful and kind. Okay, but she's also heartless at the same time. And I picked her for The Wrestler because in that movie, if you haven't seen The Wrestler, by the way, fantastic movie. She's absolutely amazing in it too. And she plays a mom who actually has had to turn to stripping because times are tough or whatever. And Mickey Rourke's character, who is kind of down on his luck as a wrestler, he's trying to retire, and it's a whole thing. But he ends up falsely like thinking she's into him, and she kind of seduces Mickey Rourke because she's a stripper. That's her job in the movie. But she has these layers to her character where she is trying to just survive and doing what she has to survive. And I feel like that's Freya, because Freya fucking lies. Freya helps people when they need it, but she's ultimately also just looking out for herself. And I think Marissa Tomei would really capture that, and she would also be a actress with such a giant history that would really be an A-list in the cast. I think she would also just she would just kill it, because Freya's not really a physical character. She's more a buffer with Kratos and Mimir and Atreus and Balder, and I think she also, in My Cousin Vinny, she's a dramatic actress who's absolutely incredible, and I think she would kill it as Freya.
Okay. First off, people are saying that Freya looks like Kristen Wiig.
Oh my god! Some people said Tina Fey when I was looking into it. They were like, Tina Fey. I was like, what?
But, yeah, I went with Rebecca Ferguson. She really popped up for me in the Mission Impossible series.
She's a great,
and she's awesome in those. She's really good. But you know, with Freya, I guess she has that complexity, that moral complexity with her, where she's helping out like Kratos and Atreus, but it's more for like the personal gain,
right?
And you know, that's really big aspect of her character in Mission Impossible. You know, she's only really helping for her personal gain, and so she has that layered aspect to her character. You know, and she's played that before, and she also has the attitude for it. You know, because Freya's she has some of that too.
Yeah.
But you know, Freya still she still like has like helps out in some fights, and she still is a physical aspect.
Yeah.
And you know, Rebecca Ferguson has proved herself in that physical aspect before, with Mission Impossible. But you know, at the end of the day, I think this one comes down to age because Freya is kind of
older,
and she's kind of older, but you know, isn't Marissa Tomei like 60?
Yeah, she's 60, and she still looks like that character. Okay, like my thing with Rebecca,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much, but
I think my thing with Rebecca Ferguson is she's great, and she's actually, if you haven't seen Doctor Sleep, she's amazing in Doctor Sleep. It's the Shining sequel. It's an awesome movie. I think she's a little too young in her. Not young. Well, yeah, I mean, physically young, but also she's a god. I'm saying I don't think we've seen enough for her yet. I think she's great as an actress. I think she's definitely coming up, and she's been in some bangers of movies. But like, I think Marissa Tomei has that. She has the receipts. She's got the catalog of stuff that you can pull from where you'd be like, no, she would be amazing as Freya. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen Marissa Tomei give a mediocre performance. I cannot think of one. She's great in everything. She's versatile. She can hit all those notes. There's like, she's just great, dude. Like, she's amazing. And I think Rebecca Ferguson is on her way to that greatness. But I don't think she has the
she's proven herself
right as much as Marissa Tomei has. If that makes sense.
I mean, again, Marissa Tomei has 40 years on her, like in terms of acting experience.
Right.
But again, with Marissa Tomei, she's a great actress, and she's been in genre stuff, and she could do the role. It's kind of hard to argue against it because it's not a bad pick. It's just not like, I guess, what my preference would be towards it. Because, if you're casting like, well, never mind. I'm gonna throw that thought out the window. But with Rebecca Ferguson, I think she has it all. She has the dramatic chops. She's proven herself. Enough. Like, she's been in enough movies to prove herself. But because I can't really argue the age aspect because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm arguing more experience. I think that's what I'm trying to argue, and I'm trying to say that Marissa Tomei. It's fucking Marissa Tomei. Like she's amazing. She's fantastic.
Yeah, no, she is amazing, and she's proven herself time and time again.
Ethan, why don't we throw it to the straw poll, because everyone seems kind of split in the chat too, and they're also arguing about if Freya is a wolf or not. Also, what's up, Fodder Gobbler? Appreciate you coming back to watch this week, man. Eileen said Rebecca Ferguson didn't do her own singing in The Greatest Showman, and I have issue with that.
Well, this isn't a musical.
It could be God of War the musical. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and vote in that straw poll, guys. We'll look at those results here in a minute. If you are enjoying the stream and you haven't followed us yet, first of all, I get it, but it's okay. But also, why? We're trying to hit affiliate status. We're so close. We only need 5 more after now. That last follow. So, if you're enjoying it, make sure to give us a follow. It said, God of War the musical, sign me the fuck up.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it.
Dude, I would love to sing Kratos singing about just like death. Yeah, I'm in for that musical. Okay, maybe we need to pitch God of War the musical as a special episode. Or we just keep this cast and pitch the musical. Ethan, how are we doing on those?
Not so good, boss.
Oh, for me?
It's 5-5.
5-5?
Yeah.
What do we do? That means Ethan has to
Marissa
pick.
Tomei.
We pick Marissa Tomei?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ethan has final say.
Ethan has final say. Why are you picking Marissa Tomei?
Because Rebecca Ferguson didn't do her own singing in The Greatest Showman.
There we go, baby! We'll win on a technicality! Also, because that movie sucks.
I don't...
You don't want to say it. No, I get it.
I don't know who these people are. Who are you people?
Thank you, Eileen. Everyone's like, yes, Ethan, thank you. All right, chat. Well, you got to win. Good job.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
So I love Ethan. Ethan is the glue to this show. Let me just tell you. Oh, he said I love Ethan, but wrong pick.
I don't know.
It's okay, man.
I'm not upset with this pick. I think it's fine.
Dude, it's Marissa Tomei. Like,
I know.
From what I heard, it sounds like I can't go wrong.
The motherly aspect to it.
Exactly. Like, come on.
But
all right, so
can
now
this woman sing? Can Marissa Tomei sing?
Probably.
Probably?
She can do anything, dude.
All right.
Okay, so next we have the comedic relief, Mimir.
I mean, he's still important.
He's still very important. Okay, so for those of you who don't know who Mimir is the head that Kratos carries around that kind of gives him clues on where to go in the world, but also helps develop the story and tell him kind of the Norse mythology that's going on around him to explain it. And someone said Jack Black, obviously, from Mimir. Okay, so I picked Sam.
Basically the god of wisdom.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah,
so,
in actual Norse mythology, Odin chopped his head off and kept it as a seer or like advisor.
Right.
And that's what you do in the game. You chop his head off and he's like hanging on your belt
exactly
and like talking to you and like
and telling you like fables of like Norse lore.
He's like an iPhone, but you have to feed it.
Exactly. So I picked Sam Neill.
Okay.
Okay, and here's why I picked Sam Neill. Okay. Sam Neill is an amazing character actor. For those of you who don't know Sam Neill, he plays Dr. Alan.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone would recognize him.
Everyone's seen Jurassic Park.
Okay, but not everyone recognizes the name. Okay, Sam
Yeah.
Neill is Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park. He's the main character of Jurassic Park. He's also in Peaky Blinders.
Character. That's the T-Rex.
No.
What?
He's a character. That's Sam
actor?
Neill. He looks so different. Yes, this is Sam Neill currently. And I picked Sam Neill because he's, like I said, he's in Jurassic Park. He was in, what's that movie? Is it Daybreakers with Ethan Hawke? Yeah, he's in Daybreakers. He's in Event Horizon. Dude, Event Horizon, amazing movie. He's also in Peaky Blinders. And the other reason I picked Sam Neill is because he is in Hunt for the Wilder People. Okay?
Man, why is it every week that Taika Waititi
that movie?
Not every week. He hasn't come up every week. He did not come up last week.
I feel like he did.
He
no,
did.
I think we talked about it. We
Yes.
definitely talked about him.
Did we? That's a joke.
Yes.
Okay,
We talked about
I'm
him,
not
every
going to
week.
talk about Taika, though. I'm talking specifically about Sam Neill. Okay?
And by
Mimir...
extension, Taika.
No. Mimir is, like we said, he's wisdom, but he's very dry. It's a very dry humor. It's not like he's cracking jokes left and right like he's fucking Ryan Reynolds or something. It's a very dry and witty, specific to the situation humor. That is what Sam Neill does in Hunt for the Wilder People. He's the straight man who cracks the occasional joke based on the situation. He's an amazing actor. He has a history of being in amazing genre products. And the dude, like, he just kind of blends into whatever he's in. I've never seen him be bad. And I love him. I think he's great, and I think he's the right age to be Mimir, and I would believe that he's a wisdom-filled head.
Okay.
Wait, what was that last part?
He would be a wisdom-filled head.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Just making sure I understood
Okay.
what you said. Anyways.
Okay.
Everyone's saying Taika would be a great pick for Mimir.
I mean, hey, yeah, probably. I picked Sam Neill. No, I didn't pick Sam Neill.
Oh,
Sorry.
Sam Neill won, baby!
Nope. I was reading his name because I hadn't pulled up on IMDb.
Gotcha.
I picked Daniel Craig. And obviously, you know, oh my gosh, it's James Bond. Daniel Craig is so much more than that. And I want to try to distance that from what he's going to be playing. I think Daniel Craig could absolutely nail this role. You're talking about dry wit humor. I think Daniel Craig has that in spades. Like, with Knives Out, holy crap. Like, you talk about wise characters or whatever. I mean, the whole time, you know, Southern gentleman solving a
fucking
murder
Colonel
case.
Sanders meets Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, but I specifically picked Daniel Craig because over the past few years, he's really came out and not necessarily distanced himself from James Bond, but really stretched his acting capabilities. And I'm going to specifically be talking about Knives Out and Logan Lucky, because in those movies he absolutely disappears into those roles. You don't really see Daniel Craig. You see just and with Mimir, he is always, not always, but he cracks jokes. He's very dryly, though. It's not annoying or over the top. It's very dry wit, knowledgeable insights. And at the end of the day, I honestly just want to see Daniel Craig as a head in a movie.
That's fair.
I think that would be extremely entertaining, and I just want him to.
It feels almost like a threat.
Yeah.
No.
Almost like a threat.
See, here's okay. I agree with you on everything you said about Craig. He is much more.
Except your choice.
No, he is much more than Bond. The dude is great. I mean, shit, he goes all the way back to the Tomb Raider movies. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's Lara. He's great in Layer Cake. He's great in Defiance. The dude can act. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, let's pick Daniel Craig. No. I still said, fuck yeah, Tomb Raider. Great movie. Absolutely beautiful. But my thing is, I would still, as much as I'd want to separate it, I would still just see James Bond's head on Kratos' hip.
I disagree. He would be wearing horns. He would be one-eyed. He'd be bearded up. I think that.
And I would say, why is James Bond wearing horns?
If you're gonna go on visuals, I don't see that, like, because Daniel Craig never plays characters with like facial hair or something like that. You know,
I feel like with Mimir though, age does play a factor into Mimir. He's older, and I feel like Craig is too young.
I don't think so.
I feel like Craig's too young, dude. Like he's got a young face.
You said it yourself that
Buckley's comment out loud.
What did he say?
Super Buckley's comment out loud.
James Bond's head is always accepted.
Sorry,
someone also said, my own muse said, choose the T-Rex as Mimir.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I mean, all right. You can't go wrong.
We're both wrong.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Take that as you will. I will.
I took it.
I just like look. I would love to see Craig.
I don't think age really has a factor in this one because makeup does wonders. You know, you can age him up. It's not that hard, and it's not like the dude is super young. He's like 50 something.
You're right.
Like, and if I'm gonna give some counterpoints to Sam Neill, I think Sam Neill is a good genre actor, and I think he could nail the role. But I'm gonna say it. I think Daniel Craig's a better actor.
Ooh, hot take.
I think Sam Neill has been in a lot of crap over the years. Where he's just like, okay. Like he hasn't a lot of very like.
What has he been in that you think is crap?
There was this one like mid '90s movies that what was it called? Was it The Jungle Book?
The Jungle Book.
Oh yeah, he was in the '94 Jungle Book, but.
Was that the Mowgli hits the streets one?
Mowgli.
The dude has had Shuhin. He's had roles where he's phoned it in. Like I'm trying to think off the top of my head because he just popped up. So now I'm looking at. So like for instance, Jurassic Park 3. Not really his best role.
But you love that movie.
You love that movie.
I like that movie just because it's a fun monster movie. It's not a good movie. I don't like that movie for the performances. What's it called? Let's see. See now you're calling me out. Now I gotta.
Isn't he just laying on a bed in Jurassic Park 3?
No. He's in the movie. He goes.
He's the main character.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I even thinking? Sorry. I'm thinking of fucking Dr. Hammond.
Oh.
You're thinking of John Hammond.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
You're thinking of Richard Attenborough.
You're thinking of Richard Attenborough.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Attenborough.
They don't even look like each other.
I'm sorry.
Someone said, I wish Leslie Nielsen was still alive. He'd be the best pick. No, I'm not trying to call you up. And I'm not going to disagree. But see, Sam Neill's kind of been in a resurgence lately.
Yeah, fair.
Like,
he has.
In what?
In Peaky Blinders, Hunt for the Wilder People. Like,
he wasn't Thor.
Yeah, he's in Thor. Like,
He plays
Odin.
Odin.
Yeah. He's in Ragnarok.
Wow.
So, and because
Tyka's back, baby.
Tyka's back. No, I just think Sam Neill would be a really interesting choice because, like, I don't think he would distract from the role, but I also think he would bring a cool flavor to it. I think we should throw it to the straw poll.
That's the exact reason why I picked Daniel Craig, because I think he'd bring a really interesting flavor to it. Okay. I think Sam Neill would just do the role. I think he would do a good job at it, but I think Daniel Craig would bring really something special to it. So
he made a great stormtrooper. he blended in real well.
Did. No, I remember saying, was that Daniel Craig? Like, that sounded like him a little bit. Let's go ahead and throw it to the straw poll. That way you guys can vote on it. Because this seems... we're pretty split, like, tonight. Like, down the middle. Like, it's weird because we haven't gone in different directions, which I thought we were going to do. But we've just, like, we've picked different people for the similar reasons. So, it's really interesting. Chat, you guys are killing it tonight, man. We really appreciate it. You guys are making the show extra fun tonight. I'm having fun reading your guys' stuff. Sorry I can't acknowledge all of it, as I have to argue against Ben, and he's violent.
I'm not violent.
I acknowledge you, chat.
How we doing, Ethan? How we looking?
Currently, it's 5-4, but not everyone's voted.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well,
we'll give it another second.
Okay. So, if you guys are enjoying the stream, though, please, make sure you're following. I know I keep saying it. I just tried to give it a break. We'll just see. I just love all you guys. I'm just so happy you're all here watching the show and keeping it going.
If we tie, we'll just give the role to Taika Waititi.
I don't have that queued up.
That's fine.
Chat gonna force Ethan to pick again.
Oh, no. No, please.
They flamed you last time, bro.
It's staying at 5-4.
It's 5-4, yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, it's
Dan.
5-4 for Craig.
For Craig. Did you vote for yourself?
No.
Did I vote myself?
No, I meant Ben. Ben, you and I can't vote.
I voted.
Okay.
I voted for Craig. It was technically 4-4, but I voted Craig.
Oh, so you did decide.
Yeah.
You just did it sneakily.
I did it more sneakily this time so people wouldn't yell at me.
Okay, so next we have Athena, and we tied on Athena.
Oh. Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so for Athena, is the only character besides Kratos from the original series that carries over into...
Again, Kratos was a Greek god. He was like, he kills Ares in the original games.
And then he kills
like
Zeus.
A lot of people?
And then he kills everyone else, and he kills Zeus, and the whole universe collapses.
The entire Greece pantheon.
Yeah, he kills everyone. Oh my gosh. Oh, he doesn't kill Aphrodite. Whatever.
Doesn't she die though? No.
I mean, since the universe collapsed.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, so Athena is kind of Kratos'...
This was a given.
Yeah.
I think.
Athena is Kratos' guiding hand and kind of his temptations to do things. Yeah. She's
Isn't
also
she the goddess of wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Make sure.
It's wisdom and war.
Right.
Wisdom and war. Yeah. It's perfect.
So, I mean, it's Cate Blanchett. Her voice is perfect for Athena. Like, it's weird because Athena's a specter. In the God of War lore, she's like a ghost. Like, you know what I mean?
She only becomes like a ghost after the second one.
Right, but I'm saying like in God of War 4, she's a ghost. But yeah, it's Cate Blanchett. Like, of course she's gonna. Her voice is perfect for it.
I think she has proven time and time again over her career that she could easily just do this role.
Yeah, dude.
She could easily do any role.
Yeah,
but
she's fucking Galadriel.
I should have picked her for Freya.
Oh, damn! I would have lost. So everyone, literally the entire chat just said, "Oh yes, no, this is perfect." Like it's
really easy.
It's another Jackie Chan situation where you're like, yeah, no shit. Like,
yeah, I think it's perfect casting, and you know, again, yeah, exactly. She has the voice for it, like very, commanding voice, and that's what Athena needs. Very a wise sounding voice,
Yes.
So it's
Cate Blanchett.
I think that one's pretty straight.
It's pretty solid. All right.
Pretty solid.
So next, okay. So we've casted the entire main group of characters in God of War 4. Okay. The next things that we are casting are things that would have to be. Did we have a second pick? No, we tied on this. We both picked it. Like we were just like, Cate Blanchett.
We both had this one.
Yeah, because we don't. If we both pick the same thing, we don't redo it because obviously that means they were the best choice if we both thought it.
Unless there's like a lot of them that are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll switch it up.
Then we'll switch it up because then we don't have a show. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is kind of our fun. Just like
he means like a runner-up in your mind.
Oh,
like,
a runner-up.
Is there anyone
Meryl
else
Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Like,
Again, I don't think she could not do it.
Yeah, so. Like it's one of those. It's it's one of those acting royalty. Yeah, she has the range. Betty White. There we go. Betty fucking White.
No, that
Stop.
Freya. Betty White.
J-Lo.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the fun kind of one. So, I'm not gonna spoil the ending. Well, it kind of does, but it's not.
Well, it's not really. Okay, we won't mention the ending.
Yes,
but obviously these characters are in Norse mythology.
Yeah.
The next two, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Thor,
well,
Thor
three.
and Odin
the next three. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Obviously, Thor and Odin are in Greek mythology. They're not in God of War 4 per se, but they're heavily alluded to. They're heavily talked about.
Yeah.
They're big. They're still.
When the next game comes out, they're gonna be there.
Exactly.
They're gonna be in it.
So we would decided to go ahead and cast a new Thor and cast a new Odin, and we're gonna go through that right now. So for Thor, Ben, I picked Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Okay.
Because
I went a little bit younger with it.
Yeah, I went older because I wanted someone who was going to be the same age as Kratos. And I want to, because this Thor, obviously from the picture,
okay, I think we're thinking in different directions with this, but go for it.
Yeah, I want that fucking epic ass showdown because I view how they're gonna take Thor in the next game. I view how they're gonna take him. He's essentially probably gonna be the Kratos of this lore, if that makes sense. So, like, you know, you have Kratos in the Greek mythology, and I think you're gonna have Thor be the Norse version of Kratos, and I think that's where their conflict is gonna come, where they're both butting heads constantly.
Other than, Kratos doing his thing.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that too. But I think there's going to be such a nice level of conflict, and I wanted to get the two in a similar age range who have a history, because we picked Digimon Hansu, which is also, but it would have worked for Idris Elba either way too. I wanted someone who is old, who can bring kind of a gravity to Thor, and just amazing performance as Thor.
Yeah.
And think of Sean Bean with that hammer, bro. How cool would he look with that hammer and lightning?
Most people would.
And I knew one day I would have to make you argue against Sean Bean, and I'm happy to do it with Thor. Because I didn't want to see Chris Hemsworth light, or a younger kind of thing. I wanted to really play into the age and the tone of the series as it's established. And that's why I went older. So
I'm not gonna lie. Just full disclosure for everyone. Sean Bean is one of my favorite actors.
That's why I picked him.
Straight up.
That's why I picked him. I was like, do it.
I'm not gonna argue against one of my favorite actors in a role he would obviously nail.
Look at the score.
Here we go. I think we were in this argument. We were kind of going in different directions with it. You're thinking of a more seasoned, like, older Thor.
God of Thunder,
and I was
baby.
thinking the complete opposite. Someone who was reckless and, kind of a piece of shit. I'm assuming he still is going to be. I chose Wyatt Russell. If you don't know, this is Kurt Russell's kid. He has been in a couple movies that he stood out to me. I haven't seen it, but he's in Everybody Wants Some, apparently, and I heard that was a really good one. But
he's also in
the Overlord, which was kind of the World War II zombie movie.
Yeah, he's also in Black Mirror.
World War II horror movie. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Black Mirror as well. And first off, I not mainly picked him, but I strongly picked him because, like, look at him. Look at him. Look at the picture and look at his picture. He's got some of it there. Like, he has his dad's looks, that's for sure. Kurt Russell's looks. And with Wyatt Russell, I really think he could nail the role as Thor. I don't think he would just be another Chris Hemsworth, as you said. I really think he could bring another, like, face to it, definitely. Yes, I picked a little bit younger. The dude's what is he, like 20, or no, he's 30, 34. Yeah. So it's not that young, 34 is still decent. But with Wyatt Russell, I was thinking Thor, yeah, again, like the more cocky, the more rash, yeah, route. That's what I was thinking with the character, and I guess that's where it's gonna really come down to what would we rather see in the movie. And I do see your argument with Sean Bean and a more seasoned Thor fighting Kratos.
Well, that's also how, awesome. But that's also how he's built up in the game. In the game, he's built up to be this, like, brutal. Yeah, I know. Like, it fits perfectly with what he's described as.
It fits, but again, the way he was described in the game never caught me as, like, seasoned. Okay, seasoned, yes, but not necessarily, like. Quit making me argue with Sean Bean.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it.
Okay. Time out. Okay.
This couldn't have gone any better, Ethan. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard.
Bro,
even if you don't like Sean Bean, it's kind of hard.
Think Ned Stark meets, like, 006's 006's cockiness. Like, come on.
Now that I think about it, I'd love to see Sean Bean as Odin as well. But anyway,
Oh no,
do both
I'm gonna
yeah, like Sean Bean has 30 years on this dude. Could he really? Does he really have the physicality for it still?
Yes.
Probably. I mean, if he just throws a hammer around, probably.
Dude, he did Lord of the Rings when he was like 40. He did Game of Thrones when he was 50. Like that.
Ned Stark doesn't have many like super physical
Chops the
scenes.
dude head off.
Yeah,
he does. Yeah,
he's.
But again, that was 10 years ago.
Okay, but
So-
the dude has been in action movies his entire. Stallone is still doing action movies, man. You
That's
can.
because Stallone's a freak.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
fair.
Man, I genuinely think Sean Bean would be awesome.
I'm really gonna lean. I'm gonna lean in with chat as well. I think he's too old. That's where I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, then let's just throw it to the straw. Let's throw it to the straw.
I think
Ethan.
Wyatt Russell
Throw it to
has
the
the brash.
wolves.
He's played brash characters before. He's played guys in a like aggressive dudes before. And if he's anything like his dad, he's gonna be a great character actor.
That's a big if though, because his dad's Kurt Russell.
I
Also,
mean,
if
the
Sean
dude's already
Bean
has a
plays
career,
him,
so.
if Sean Bean plays him, Odin will just die. Like,
They're
he'll
gods.
just die.
They're gods.
Well, that's the problem.
Okay. Well, here's Ben. I'm sorry I made you argue against one of your favorite actors. It was intentional.
It was intentional.
It was because I was like Sean Bean would be a cool Odin, and then I was like, and I'd have to make Ben argue against Sean Bean, and that's payback for the Little Caesars. So I'm still mad about it.
At the end of the day, I still win because it's Sean Bean as Thor.
And as of right now, it's not working in your favor, Caleb.
Oh no!
So I
My
don't
guy,
think you're
my guy
getting
has
payback.
the look. He has the acting capabilities.
Stop
for Thor.
selling.
No, I'm selling it. He has
And
the
he's
acting
young.
cap-
He's
Yeah,
young.
he's young.
Okay.
He's young.
Someone said earlier we should have just put the other Hemsworth brother in here. Liam.
William.
Oh, you remember when they were trying to make him like the next action star?
I thought that was
No, they put him in like Expendables and like all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, those movies.
Hunger
Have
Games. All right, Ethan. Tell me-
6'3", Wyatt Russell.
Oh,
Yay! I'm sorry, Sean.
The curse of Little Caesars reigns.
the
Sean-
curse of Little
No.
Caesar.
Sean Bean even dies.
No,
here.
the third Hemsworth. What's his name? Like Brian Hemsworth.
There's a third.
There's a
Hemsworth?
third one who's like
I did not know this.
apparently he's a thick boy too.
Do they grow them in pods or something?
I mean, probably.
What's going on?
But the third Hemsworth is a really famous Australian actor in Australia,
Oh,
but he hasn't crossed over much. He's
Wow.
just as pretty.
it's a
Okay,
big ocean.
it is. Well, they're kind of at the bottom corner of the world. So, okay, so now we're doing Odin.
I'm interested to see you picked.
I picked Idris Elba.
Okay.
I did. I picked Idris Elba, and because, dude, I like Heimdall. Like everything you said about him for Kratos, I'm like, that'd be dope to see as Odin, and you can age him up. And I think he would be a great pick for Odin. I think he would really command it, and more importantly, he would have an Odin voice. And I think Odin's voice needs to be deep and booming, but he also needs to be enticing and charming. And he's already got the salt and pepper beard. And I really think Idris Elba would kill it as Odin.
And he also would make a pretty convincing Raven if he ever transformed.
That
into one.
too. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Odin
Whatever else
transforms
my...
into ravens.
I know that. I don't know why. Does Idris look like a raven?
I mean, he could make a convincing one. I don't know.
Idris would be scary as Odin. Holy shit. I'm telling you, man. You could get him in as Odin.
Okay.
Ooh, it'd look cool.
I think Idris would do a great job in this role. I picked Josh Brolin because he's kind of proven himself in this role before. He's done this role before, and initially I kind of didn't want to pick him because it seemed like too obvious a choice for me, and because Thanos, like super intimidating. I'll kill you with the snap of my finger kind of guy. Kind of the same way Odin is. He'll he's gonna be intimidating in the game. He is intimidating in the game, and
You don't even see him, and you feel the threat of Odin.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Josh Brolin could just nail that. With, again, he's played Thanos, but he also has other
Cable.
intimidating characters. He's played freaking Cable. Yeah, he's played, dude. His character in Sicario.
Yeah,
I think he's the scariest person in that movie.
Because he's so sociopathic. It just looks straight at you. I'm like, are you gonna kill me?
Benicio del Toro's scary in that movie. Because,
no, Josh Brolin's the scariest one.
he's like Josh Brolin's like the government type in
that
movie. Who's just like, yeah, like I'll kill you. Like, but so I think with Josh Brolin, I just think he's more proven for this role than Idris Elba. I think Idris Elba would do a good job as Odin, and he has the voice for it, but so does Josh. But I think it's kind of hard to say, but I don't think he's as intimidating in this role. He would be as intimidating in this role as Josh Brolin. So, yeah.
Dude, I think Idris, I think he would kill it as Odin. I think he could do that intimidation that you were talking about with Kratos. I think he could kill it. And I think he would look dope as hell in that eye patch. I think he would look awesome with that beard. Yeah, that's true. But man, I just think, I think of his performance as Heimdall, and I'm like, man, how cool would it be to see like a fucking pissed off Heimdall? And how cool
he gets pissed off.
No, but like Odin pissed. Like, I want to see Idris in that role because of his voice. I can hear his voice coming over the clouds with the thunder. Josh Brolin, he's got a good voice. Don't get me wrong. I love Josh Brolin, man. He is great as Cable. He's great as Thanos. And he is a powerful actor. I'm not gonna sit here, but man, it boils down to that voice to me. It boils down to the jackedness, and I think that Josh Brolin is good, but I think Idris is better.
To the straw poll.
To the straw poll.
Oh wait, I was gonna mention. Odin. He's a person in power. He's kind of like ruler over things, but he's kind of like inept. He's kind of like he doesn't not inept, but
he does make bad choices.
He makes bad choices. Guess who Josh Brolin played? George W. Bush, baby.
Oh my god. That's your argument. You played. That's a whole different topic.
These are tepid waters.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, no, man. I just think, come on, Idris, that voice over the clouds with the thunder clapping, the eye patch, salt and pepper beard.
Fine choice.
He would kill it. Oh, he'd be so good.
But how is?
That's the other thing, though. I've like you've kind of said, I've seen Josh Brolin in this role, and it's kind of samey to me with Thanos. Like, I think Idris hasn't done something like this, and I think it'd be really interesting, and it'd be really cool.
He kind of did something like this.
Thunder clapping them cheeks. There we go. That's all we need to know. Ethan, what's the straw poll looking like?
4-2 Idris Elba.
Ooh, should we call it, or we keep going?
I mean, probably gonna call it. TBH,
okay.
TBH.
Okay, so that's Idris. Okay, so next comes the fun one.
I demand a recount.
Yeah, this is the last one.
This is the last one before the almighty wheel song is sung.
Oh no! I gotta think of another. You sing it this week.
I sing it this week. Is it my turn?
I sang it the week before, and then sang it.
So I guess it is my turn. Okay. Okay. So we are. I don't know how to say this name.
Jormungandr.
So we are casting the World Snake. And
Clancy Brown.
I did pick Clancy Brown, bro. So the World Snake is a prominent.
That's Mr. Krabs.
Is a prominent.
That's Mr. Krabs.
Stop. The World Snake plays a prominent figure in Norse mythology. We are picking strictly for voice. Okay, we can't have these guys.
James Earl Jones.
I know. Okay, he is the Devourer of Worlds. Yes. Okay, so go ahead and do your James Earl Jones.
It's James Earl Jones. What else do I have to say? It's Darth Vader. It's Mufasa.
Just say you win.
There you go. Like, the dude is known for having the deepest and most like
that's pretty
intimidating voice. He's one of the voices of Hollywood. I would say, So what else is there to say about James Earl Jones? The dude has been doing his thing for like his entire life, and he's
Get your heart out, Clancy Brown.
You picked Mr. Krabs.
He's more than Mr. Krabs, Ben.
I know, but
he's been in 289 voice roles.
He's a character.
He is a
good one.
Massive.
I love Clancy Brown.
Massive voice actor.
But I don't think he has the deep voice for it.
Are you kidding? He has
a deep voice. I don't think he has.
He has played Lex Luthor. He has played a multitude of characters who have deep voices. Okay. With James Earl Jones, great actor, great voice actor. It's the same fucking voice every single time. You don't think, man, what an interesting voice. You think, that's James Earl Jones that's James Earl Jones. And you know it. That's Darth Vader. That's Mufasa. That's the guy from the Sandlot. It's all James Earl Jones. Okay? I want to get a professional voice actor in there who doesn't just do...
James Earl Jones is a professional voice actor.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying Clancy Brown is so much more than Mr. Krabs. And I think that he would bring a really cool vibe to the World Serpent that would be bassy and tonal, but it would also be kind of light and interesting. I think it would be a more enticing World Serpent. I think it would be more seductive as the World Serpent.
See, the World Serpent isn't light.
His
voice shakes the entire earth. You know?
Ethan said he wanted Gary Busey in the chat,
I want
by
Gary
the way.
Busey as our leader.
Someone said Benedict Cumberbatch if we're doing voices.
See, I thought about Benedict.
I did too.
Smaug.
Yeah.
But I guess I went with the easy pick again, but like it's James Earl Jones.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, there's not much more we can say about this. It's like it's James Earl Jones, and it's
Mr. Krabs.
No, it's not Mr. Krabs. He's more than that, and you can't just.
More than that. I love
the dude has 300 acting roles.
I'm cutting him short a lot.
You're cutting him real short, like.
But the dude, again, he has a deep voice, but I don't think he has the deep, intimidating voice for the World Snake.
Okay, but when I see the giant World Snake, I don't want to think, oh, look, Darth Vader's playing a snake.
Like, you wouldn't think that.
Most people don't think like us, Caleb. You know, most people will be like, oh, that's awesome. You know, we're over here thinking, oh, yeah, that's Darth Vader or something. But the dude, don't cut James Earl Jones short like I'm doing Clancy, you know.
I feel like it's unfair
someone said Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Jesus.
I think like you think the normal movie going audience, you know, I don't think they're gonna walk in and be like, oh, that's James Earl Jones, you know, like
maybe. I don't know. Should we throw it to the straw or what do you think?
Christopher Sabat.
Straw it on.
Oh man.
And Jeremy Irons is a good pick.
Oh, Eileen said Danny DeVito. I'm sorry. I apologize. She said, funny when you go from the light of his life to someone. Wow.
I think Jeremy Irons would have been a great pick.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons would have been a good pick, too. I didn't even think of him.
I think it's better than Clancy Brown.
Man! Don't hate on Mr. Crab. Oh, Ethan. Okay, so the straw poll's out there. Also, we really appreciate you guys watching. We know this one hasn't been as funny as the last few, but I'm really enjoying it. I think it's been a really good discussion show, and I think it's nice to do one of those every once in a while, which means that the wheel is going to absolutely fuck us later. So, okay, so Ethan, what do the straw polls say? I know what it's going to say.
Both of you are wrong. The people have spoken. Jeremy Irons is the
Did you put Jeremy Irons in there?
Yes, the people have spoken.
Okay, so Chad gets a point?
Yes, Taylor gets a point.
Okay. Oh boy.
I'm fine.
I'm fine with it. Like
Jeremy Irons is great.
Okay.
I am the voice of the people.
Oh my god. Okay, well congratulations on your first point, chat. That's great.
We did it, Chad. We beat them.
Okay.
We beat them at their own game.
Everyone's like, victory. Okay. Taylor said she's going to start her own show.
Make sure to let me moderate that one too.
All right, guys. we're gonna switch over here and get the results if we want to keep score. We have Kratos, Digimon Hansu. That's one for me.
Nice.
One for Keyword.
I think that's good.
Yeah, Atreus. We have Asher. What's his name?
Asher Angel.
Asher Angel. Okay, so that's one for Ben.
What if that's an acting name?
That's a cool name.
It is. It's a dope name.
It's too cool to be a real name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I think it's an acting name.
Yeah. For Baldur, we have Michael Fassbender.
That's for Keylor.
He's Ben. Do you feel okay with that?
Yeah. Oh,
it's too late to go back.
Bro, it's Michael Fassbender.
Exactly.
Again, there's nothing has popped up where I'm like, no. There's no Big Show moments.
Hey,
it's true.
He will
Big
get
Show
his
was a
time.
bad choice.
He will get his time in the sun.
Yeah, maybe even like a joke pick, but.
Okay, so then
I can't wait to bring up Big Show one week.
I know.
Argue
or we both pick Big Show for the same character. Anyway. For Freya, we have Marissa Tomei for Caleb.
Yes.
From Mimir, we have Daniel Craig.
For Ben.
For Athena, we both have Kate Blanchett, so that's a point for both of us.
Yeah. Yep.
For Thor, we have Wyatt Russell.
Ben.
Odin, we have Idris Elba for Caleb.
Yes.
Jormungandr was Jeremy Irons, so that's Chad.
For Taylor.
Okay, so
who
who?
Brown there? Cheater.
No, I just never took it because I didn't have a Jeremy Irons picture. So who won, Ethan?
Well, technically you, I guess. But today, Chat is the real winner.
You're right. Today, Chad is the real winner. Okay, so you know what that means, boys?
Time to just roll the wheel.
It's time to spin the wheel. All right. Chat. We need you to send a lot of praise into the wheel. We need a good spin today. We almost got Metal Gear Solid last week, but we got God of War, which is just as good.
Big is true.
Okay, so it's my turn for the wheel song, right?
Yes. Sing it, your praises.
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Wow, that sucks, bro.
It's a Journey song.
That's bad.
No, here we go.
Ben and I came up with original.
Okay, you want original? I hope this is threat level midnight. Fuel the wheel with blood. Okay.
Oh, it is fueled with blood.
Wheel, we love you and we praise you. It makes me sad that we might land on Sonic. Okay, so here we go. Chat, let's get some praise.
Spin it.
Praise.
Praise be to wheel.
What do we get? It's gonna be Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
That'll be fun. That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be solid. Right?
Get your anime thinking caps on.
Get your anime thinking caps. We are doing Final Fantasy VII. Okay. Everyone's gasp. Ooh. Oh, fancy.
Drama.
Final Fantasy VII. Nice. Wowzers. Weebs. Eileen said
sword.
You cast the Buster sword.
No, we need to cast a choke.
We gotta cast a chocobo. Are we
like
doing an actor to play the chocobo?
Maybe we should get.
Okay,
maybe,
so
I don't know.
So the main players,
Cloud,
of course, Tifa, Aerith, Sephiroth, Barrett. That's 5 already.
Yeah.
Then you got, I guess, not necessarily. I wouldn't say cuttable characters, but you also got like Red 13. You got freaking Kate Sith, which you haven't played the original Final Fantasy.
No, I haven't.
So
I've only played the remake.
We'll probably cut some of those. There's Yuffie's in it.
Wait, are we doing Final Fantasy VII or are we doing the remake?
Since it's more recent and it's in more people's minds, and it will make it easier on the cast list. We'll do the remake.
We'll do the remake because it's such a big cast list too.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, because if we did the original game, the party alone, the main party is like 8 people. You know,
so
it's a JRPG.
It would be a 5-hour show, is what you're saying.
And we could stray from spoilers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because I think everyone should play the original Final Fantasy VII because it's a great game.
Yeah. Okay. So then we'll do the remake. So we'll do the Final Fantasy VII remake. That way we can keep the cast list small, but it's still all your favorite characters. That it's like the main 5 party. So we do them and Sephiroth and
the main dude from freaking company. What's his name?
Oh, Shinra.
Oh, Shinra.
Shinra.
Yeah, we should do Shinra.
Okay.
President Shinra. Okay.
We'll figure out the rest.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. I'm excited for next week.
That'll be a fun one.
This is my favorite Final Fantasy.
I'm picking Ryan Gosling.
Someone would like to see Twilight on the wheel at a later date.
Look,
Sure.
okay,
There's gonna be a season 2.
Yes.
There
A
will
new
always
wheel.
be a season.
Don't forget Biggs and Wedge.
Yeah,
So
which
we
is
gotta
gonna
cast
be
Big
Charlie
and Wedge.
Sheen and
We might keep them. They well, since it is the remake.
They're bigger in the remake.
They're a lot
yeah.
bigger in the remake because their roles in the original. Aren't
I
that
think
big.
you should do. I think we should do Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge.
If we're gonna do Biggs and Wedge, we also have to do Jesse.
Right.
Yeah, you can't
That's
leave
three.
Jesse out.
That's
So-
totally doable, though. I mean,
So
yeah.
are you.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Or what we could do is have the trio and cast 3 people. That could be interesting.
Like
Have their
Bebop and
chemistry.
Rocksteady again.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I
that'd be
think- I
fun.
think that would be. I think we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the trio.
We'll
then.
have all because their
Yeah,
chemistry.
Fodder Gobbler said,
really
"Oh
have
shit, they're
one.
bigger in the remake, dude. They have full like side
they-
quests and hours of
They're
content
actual,
added to them.
They're
They're actually voice
characters.
acted. Like
Yeah,
they're
they're-
actually they have emotions.
They impact the main story in the
Yeah.
game, so.
The remake
If
is
they
absolutely
flirt with
incredible.
you.
It's so actually
Especially Wedge.
Ben and I
Yeah.
were talking about this the other day. So Final Fantasy Remake is actually right now, like as of this broadcast, it's our game of the year. Like
It's probably my game of the year.
It's my game of the year so far right now. It's absolutely incredible.
The
So.
only thing that comes close to it for my game of the year is probably Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal, and then there's Ghost of Tsushima, which was really good.
And
It's
Last
not-
of Us 2.
I think I liked Final Fantasy a little bit better. So
I do. Yeah. So, so we're gonna have a good episode next week of Final Fantasy 7. We're gonna get weeby. It's gonna get. Hey, at least it wasn't Sonic. I wasn't ready for that. I'm gonna be honest.
So we're growing ever closer.
Oh, you're so right. I'm dreading Sonic Kingdom. I'm not
Bro.
dreading Sonic.
wait. There's our Big Show pick. You know, Big the Cat.
Oh my god.
Big
Yes.
Show could be Big the Cat.
And then Kingdom Hearts is
those
gonna be
should be
interesting
Noodles.
too. So, but all right.
I'm worried
Well,
about that one.
yeah, that one's because we gotta do a live action Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Oh god. Okay, guys. Well, this has been episode 5 of Dreamcasting.
We done 5 of them.
Yeah, already done. Man, we've been doing this for
That's
over a
insane.
month. It's awesome.
Holy crap.
So we appreciate all the constant support you guys have
Where's
given
the
us
time
watching the
gone?
show. Thank you so much for chatting tonight, having fun. You really kept the show moving. Next week is going to be a blast because we are doing such a beloved video game property in Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say before we sign out of here?
Be safe. Love you.
Oh, I didn't
Thank
mean
you,
to spin the
teacher.
wheel again. Oh no, I hit the wrong button.
You spun the wheel again.
I didn't mean
No!
to.
What would have been the next one?
It would have been Gears of War, but that's okay. We're not doing that. We won't
Okay.
honor it. I'm sorry.
It almost got to Final Fantasy. VII.
I know. I was like, oh.
Cursed. Cursed wheel.
Okay. So yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to say before we sign
yeah,
out?
y'all have a great week.
Be good. Be safe.
Yeah.
Hug a teacher while you're at it.
Yeah, hug a teacher.
Or air hug them. you
Or
know,
air hug them. Keep your
Don't
distance.
get near them, actually.
yeah.
They don't want to be near you.
All right, guys. Well, like I said, this has been episode 5 for Dreamcasting. If you're not following the channel, make sure you are. We're so close to affiliate status. We really appreciate you guys supporting us. It's been a blast. We love doing the show with you guys. You've made it a lot of fun for us, and we really appreciate it. But yeah, make sure you're following Bagpipe Boy at twitch.tv/BagpipeBoy. We've been streaming some Fall Guys. We've been streaming some Hell Let Loose. So we're just kind of going at our own leisure.
goofing.
Yeah, we
We
goofing
big
around.
goofing.
We're having a lot of fun. So, all right, guys. Well, make sure you tune in next week for Final Fantasy VII, and stay safe. And y'all
Be
have.
there or be square.
How do we celebrate affiliate status? Ooh, that's actually a good question.
we're gonna
we'll do a
have
special episode.
We'll
yeah,
do a
We're
special.
gonna have Caleb do a foot stream, where his webcam's just gonna be his feet. So you get excited about that, okay?
I'm not gonna show my feet on camera.
Oh, you
Well, that's-
should though.
You're right. I
What
won't,
if the
though.
chat wants it? Oh,
The
donuts. That's great.
Donuts. I like donuts. How do we get everyone donuts?
We shipped.
We ship them donuts. Great. No, yeah, I'm sure we'll do something for affiliate status. We will. I don't know. Maybe we could throw out
Maybe we'll tell our life stories.
or we could throw out a poll, or we could throw out like a fan voted episode or something.
Yeah,
Or we could
We'll
get
see.
you a poll
We'll
and
get
have
me-
you
think
do
about it.
something.
Why do you want me to strip and show my feet on camera? Ethan?
It's your show, bro. Like, come on now.
Okay, great. Drive to my house and feed me donuts.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Sure. You want some grape
Good
juice?
request.
I'll feed you some grapes.
Grape juice and donuts.
Yeah, dude. What?
Disgusting.
I don't know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Dreamcasting. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Goodbye.